guys, it's Shannon from iHeartRadio Canada here with Preston Pablo.
Hello.
So good to see you.
Yes, good
Loving
to see
the
you
fit.
too. Thank
Looking
you so much.
good as always.
Thank you. Likewise.
Thank you. You are a very fashionable person.
I mean, I try because I'm on camera so much. So one of my worst fears is like being caught on camera, you know, in a bummy outfit. You know, yeah. I try. I got a new haircut too.
I know it looks
fresh.
Looking
good.
Thank
you.
Do you have someone that like helps you pick out things, or is that all you?
I do work with stylists sometimes,
Okay.
but I feel like my fashion journey has really blossomed in the last like year because I never really had to. I always wanted to like look cool, but I never really had to worry about it being like a thing where it's on camera or like it's forever, you know, it's on the internet. So now I'm a little more aware, but
yeah, this last year has been just insane.
Yeah, it's been
a
lot.
Year since flowers need rain.
Yeah, crazy.
How does
crazy.
that feel?
It feels really good. It's definitely been the most craziest year of my life, and I didn't expect it to be this crazy, but I'm very happy with the way everything is playing out. It's definitely been a lot. Coming from like such a small town and being thrown into like this is crazy, but I've been really enjoying it. I feel like I'm learning so much, and I'm trying to just enjoy things rather than stress every little thing, which I normally do.
I was gonna say that's gotta be hard too.
Very hard, yeah, but
to like not be in the moment all the time. Are
it's
there
hard.
any key moments over the past year that really stick out? Winning a JUNO, maybe?
Yeah, that definitely is one of them. Winning the JUNO was crazy. That was like. Yeah, that was insane. I still think about that, and it feels like fake sometimes. I'm like, how did that even happen? But that was a great moment, and just being able to play shows. And my first headline show in Toronto, and my first headline show here in Montreal, like those will always be special moments because I love being on stage. Like being on stage for me is my favorite part of this job. So being able to like play my own show, to headline a show is just like, wow.
That's gonna be nice at a festival too, to know that there's people in the audience that maybe you're like introducing yourself to for the first time.
Yeah, that is like one of the cool things about festivals and all these kinds of shows is not everyone there knows you, so it's almost like a little bit more motivation to be like, okay, I gotta win these people over. Because when it's your headline show, you feel, I mean, personally, I feel so much more safe on stage, so much more comfortable because I know everyone there came for me, so it's like one big family. But at a show like this, it's like, all right, I gotta make these people, I gotta win them over.
Yeah. Absolutely. We mentioned your JUNO. When you win something like that, do you think like, oh, finally I'm getting the recognition that I deserve, or do you think like, oh, now I have to really prove myself because I've won
it's
this,
definitely more of
accolade?
that. I mean, because I'm so new to this, like I definitely didn't feel like, oh, finally, you know, because it happened so quick. So it was more of like, okay, now I actually like, I have this thing and I have this like title beside my name and this award, but it's almost like I gotta prove to everyone why I have it, you know, and honestly prove to myself, because like I keep saying, it all happened so fast, but it genuinely did, and it feels that way still now. Like I'm definitely more comfortable in this space and being an artist, but it took a lot of time for me to just accept the fact that like, okay, I'm here for a reason, and like I won this award for a reason. So yeah, it's more so like, all right, time to prove to everyone that I have this.
Is there any imposter syndrome that comes in that? Because there's some people that have been like working decades at this.
Yeah, for me, it's definitely, there's some imposter syndrome for sure. I just moved away from home like a year and a half ago, so it's all wild.
That's
like,
so wild.
It's crazy, but I really do enjoy it, and I'm
Right.
happy to be here. I'm grateful to be here.
Yeah,
It's just cool. I get to talk to you.
I know.
iHeartRadio.
Always a
what?
pleasure.
It's crazy.
You mentioned growing up in a small town. You grew up in Timmins, Ontario.
I did, yeah.
Do people reference Shania Twain a lot when you tell them that you're from Timmins?
Yeah, that's like the most common thing that as soon as I say like, oh, Timmins, Ontario. Sometimes I even say I'm from Timmins, and they'll give me like one of those looks like, Timmins, and I'll say it's where Shania Twain's from. Like, oh, Shania Twain. Yeah.
Is the Shania Twain Museum still there? Do you know?
It's not. No.
It's not?
They tore that down like a number of years ago now.
Oh,
I don't really know why they tore it down, but
I know I feel like that's like a touristy reason to
it was
go.
cool. I used to actually sing choir. Like I was in my grade school choir, and we used to do like Christmas shows, and that was where we would do them. So I remember like singing in
That's
that
so
museum.
cool.
Yeah, it's
I
pretty
always
cool.
wanted to go to Timmins just to go to that because I was such a Shania fan growing up, and then I thought like a 10-hour drive just to go to
it's a little much. It's a little much.
That is a lot. Let's talk about your song for keeps.
Yeah.
It's such a banger.
Thank you.
Did you know before you put it out, you're like, oh, this is gonna be a hit?
Interesting enough, I've always loved that song. I thought it was a great song, but I was scared, especially with that song. I was just kind of like, I was a little more nervous to put that out because it was something like that I hadn't really done before. Like all the music previously was like more comfortable for me. It was a sound that I was more comfortable with. Before Keeps was very much like a commercial, very like almost Bruno Mars-y kind of funky song. So it was scary to put that one out, but I knew it was a great song, so I was confident in that. But I was more nervous as like, how are my fans and how are these new people gonna react to it? But
Right.
it's been good so far.
You've been teasing like an unreleased song online, Mia or MIA.
Yeah.
Is Mia a real person?
It's funny because Mia, I do know Mia, like she
okay.
is a real person, but that song specifically isn't about her. But I have written songs in the past about the Mia that I know.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
But
I
this
actually
one is
played one today.
That's so funny.
Here at Osheaga, so yeah.
So is that one about anyone in particular, or was that more just like a play on words?
Yeah, it was more just a play on words. But
Yeah.
I mean, I could say when it comes out, I'll probably say, oh yeah, this is about, make them
That's
feel
like
a way
real-
about it. But
Yeah, give yourself a story
Exactly.
behind it. What do you want people to take away from your music most?
Oh, that's a good question. I think what I want people to take away is the fact that it's something real. I try to be as real as possible and as open as possible when I write music. Since like the first song I ever wrote was a breakup song, so I put like all my raw emotions and real experiences into my music, and I think the biggest takeaway would to just be that like this is who I am, and I'm trying to explain that and tell my story through the music.
Nice. I love
Yeah.
that. What's
Thanks.
next then? EP? Full-length album?
Yeah.
World tour?
We got some stuff coming. Definitely a lot more music. I make a lot of R&B stuff. I make a lot of different genres of music. So I think starting to experiment with that, introducing that into the world of Preston Pablo, will come soon. But yeah, and then playing shows as well.
Nice.
Nothing like solid yet, but we're working on some stuff. So
Is there a genre of music that you haven't like played around with that you'd be interested in diving
like
into?
rock.
Oh,
like
yeah?
almost like Dominic Fike kind of vibe. Like
Yeah.
but yeah, somewhere in that realm. I've kind of started messing around with things, and it's really fun, but it's not at the point yet where I'm like, let's put this into the world.
Right.
But maybe
Nice.
one day. We'll
Yeah,
see.
I'm excited for everything that's to come.
Thank you.
Preston, so good to catch up
Yes,
with you as
thank
always.
you. Likewise.
It's
Thank
always
you.
a pleasure.
Thank
Thanks so
you.
much.
Thank you.